Hello everyone, and welcome to the Potting Shed Diaries. Nearly said purple. My name's Katie, and welcome to my little shed where I just like to sit and talk and ramble on and on about the garden, about the chickens, about what I've been up to, about tea. I have actually drunk my tea. There's a little bit left because I let it get cold as usual when I'm in the garden. I moved like a little patio set, so a little table and chairs. It was somewhere else in the garden, but I moved it down to in front of the shed. It looks really nice. I'm so happy with it. And actually now that the weather's starting to improve, it's quite nice to sit out there when the sun's shining and just enjoy the garden, because things are starting to be planted out now, so it's starting to fill up. There's things to look at. And yeah, it's nice to sit there. What I have been doing actually lately is waking up early, bringing my morning cup of tea down to the shed, and just sitting in the shed with my morning cup of tea and with a book and spending like half an hour just having a bit of me time before work. And it's really nice. It's really nice. I am enjoying it. I don't know if it's a little bit weird, but I like it. So yeah, like I said, the garden's starting to fill up now, which is so exciting. It's so exciting. We're on top of things, which is weird, really weird. But yeah, we seem to be on top of everything actually, which is quite good, because now is when our work starts to get like crazy busy. So we are off to our first garden show next week. So Harrogate Spring Flower Show is from the 25th of April until the 28th of April. So we'll be heading off on Tuesday, and we'll spend Tuesday and Wednesday setting up. So we'll be taking our van, and then I'll be driving the hire van. So yeah, we spend 2 days setting up, and then the show is Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Then we're staying overnight because we're going to an antique fair on the Monday. There's a bug walking around my camera lens. I can see it, but it's inside. And I can't get it out, so I think we're just going to have to deal with it. I noticed it in the last video. We're just going to have to deal with it because I can't get him out. It's so weird. Anyway, yeah, we're off to a garden show. We're off to Harrogate, and then Malvern Spring Show is a week after. It's around the 10th of May. That bug's going to really annoy me. Oh, he might be gone actually. And then we have a bit of a break, and then it's Hampton Court and Tatton Park Flower Show. So yeah, 4 garden shows this year, but it's just, yeah, it's quite a busy time of year for us. So the garden does tend to take a step back. So it's nice that we're on top of things now. The sort of buffer the rest of the year. But we planted the onions out, so we've got 3 rows of onions and 1 row of shallots. My nephew actually helped me plant those out. He stayed with us last weekend while his parents were away for the night, and it was really nice because I don't know, he likes going on his phone and he likes playing games. He's 8 years old. So to be able to get him outside and for him to actually enjoy it, like I thought, oh, he'll last like half an hour outside before he wants to go back in to play his games. But he was out here for such a long time, and he really enjoyed it. He planted out those 4 rows of onions with me, and then afterwards we sat on the table. Oh, we didn't sit on the table. We sat around the table. And we did some painting. We got some watercolours out and we did some painting, and we were sat there for like over an hour until it started to rain. And it was just really nice, really nice. And yeah, like I said, he seemed to enjoy it, so that was good. So got the onions and shallots out. All the potatoes are out. They haven't come up yet, which is good because we have actually had a couple of frosts. We had a light frost this morning actually, and then a couple of days ago we had quite a heavy frost for this time of year. But yeah, they're all planted. I've sown some Swiss chard direct. We've got the carrots and the parsnips sown, planted out some cornflowers so I can add to my little tea pantry, which I'm hoping to make this year. Sweet peas are out. We've got 2 rows of broad beans which are coming up. They look really good. We've got a double row of peas coming up. We're going to sow some more tomorrow, so they'll be sown successionally then. What else is there? Garlic's there. Rhubarb is looking really good, but it's teasing us because obviously we planted like 3 new crowns last year, and we split some old crowns last year, but you're supposed to give rhubarb a couple of years before you pick it. So yeah, we're not picking any. My dad really wants to, but I'm like, no. So yeah, the rhubarb's is looking good, and the asparagus were also in the sort of same boat because you're supposed to wait 3 years, I believe, to pick your first asparagus. But it's there, it's coming up. We've got, you know, some asparagus which is like this long, which it's just be nice to pick it. But yeah, I'm not. Instead, I'm paying for overpriced asparagus because I've seen quite a few recipes using asparagus because obviously it's in season. There's I've got that, I always want to call him Julius Roberts' book, and I've done 2 recipes from his now with the asparagus, an asparagus and ricotta tart, and then he just did like asparagus with boiled egg and sourdough and things. But I love asparagus. I love it. So I'm quite happy that, you know, it's there and it's obviously alive and it's doing fine. It'll just be a couple of years until we can harvest our own. But yeah, it's all coming together. It's all looking good. The polytunnel's looking really good. So the broad beans are flowering. There's tiny little broad beans on there. Potatoes have come up. We've still got carrots in there. Radishes. I'm sowing radish all the time. Yeah, and then it's just full of like seedlings and things. I will go into this more detail in the April garden tour. It is April, isn't it? Yeah. But yeah, it's just such an exciting time of year, isn't it? Such an exciting time of year. And yeah, like I said, we seem to be on top of things, so it's good so far. Good so far. Have also welcomed some new chickens. I'm a new chicken mama. So went with my nephew last weekend because he wanted a new chicken. He's got one already, but he wanted a new one. So I got 3 new chickens. So I went for another buff Orpington to keep my other buff Orpington company. I felt like she needed a friend because she's the shyest, loveliest chicken. She's my favourite, Molly is. And I thought, I'll get her a friend. So I got another buff Orpington. I've called her Ginny because obviously Molly and Ginny Weasley. Yeah, she's lovely. I love Orpingtons. I wish. Like I feel like if I'd known someone like a few weeks earlier, I think I would have just taken their advice to just get Orpingtons. But yeah. Anyway, let me introduce the chickens and then I'll go into my reason why. So I've got another buff Orpington, Ginny, and then I got my white Silky. Oh, I love her so much. So obviously I've called her Hedwig. Oh God, I love her. I'm so in love with her. And then my nephew went for a crested Polish Bantam. it looks like an exotic pigeon. It looks so weird. It's so small. I wasn't expecting it to be so small. He's called Nebula. So he's gone for a Guardians of the Galaxy theme. So the new one's called Nebula. He's got a buff coloured silky called Mantis, who is lovely. I love Mantis. She's a proper character. She's so broody at the moment. So anyway, got the 3 new chickens, and I knew there was going to be pecking order. Like, it's natural. I knew it was going to happen. But the hybrids, oh my gosh, they're evil. I thought someone was stood there then. The hybrids are evil. They're horrible. They're so horrible. Molly, the Orpington, doesn't care. Mantis doesn't care. The top hen, who I thought I would have the problem with, doesn't care. Fleur, she doesn't care. The other silky I've got, Tonks, she's not too bad. But my gosh, the hybrids are horrible. They're so horrible. And I think it's going above and beyond pecking order. Like, I think it is too aggressive. So what I have been doing is I have an old dog crate. It's a really large wire dog crate. I've put straw in the bottom. I've bought 2 special little bowls to put food and water in. So I keep the new ones in there. So at night time, I put them in the crate. They come inside the shed. They sleep in here. And then in the morning, I wake up about 6:30. I come out. I take the crate out of the shed. I put it in the orchard, and I let the old ones out so they can just faff around each other and get used to each other whilst the new ones are in the crate. And then at about 10 o'clock, when it's our coffee time for work, I take the new ones into the run and I let them out. So they have the complete run to themselves. The old ones stay outside in the orchard. And again, they can see each other through the fence and all that sort of stuff. And then what I have been doing, I have been in the afternoon tea break. We have quite a lot of tea breaks. In the afternoon tea break, I go in and I sit with them and I let the old ones into the run for like 45 minutes. I like the new ones, and it's not all the time. They're not badgering them all the time, but the new ones scream. Like, it sounds like screaming, and it's so horrible to watch. And then the new ones, there's one in particular, Minerva, who should be nice. I mean, she's head of Gryffindor. She should be looking after them. She seems to be the main bully. And then there's the other 2, are they Rhode Island? I can't remember what they are. Anyway, the 2 brown ones, who are called Sybil and Hermione. They are quite bad as well, but they, as soon as like Minerva starts pecking one and they start screaming, the other, like, there'll be 3 of them like on top of the one chicken then, just pecking. And I have intervened a few times just because it's so horrible to watch. It's so horrible. And I, like I said, I know the pecking order is natural, but for me, this is just too much. It's too much aggression. So what I might do is just leave them in the crate a little bit more with the new ones around, you know, to sort of get them used to each other that way for a bit longer. Or it's putting Minerva into the crate for a while and letting the other ones get used to the new ones. So she goes down to the bottom of the pecking order. That's what I've been reading up on. Anyway, drama, chicken drama. Chicken drama. But yeah, we'll get there. It's just, I don't like it. I don't like watching animals being hurt. I mean, I don't like watching people getting hurt, but I don't like it. So yeah, that's that. and then beekeeping. So I still haven't made my mind up about beekeeping, but I am having the last lesson. So lesson number 3 is tomorrow afternoon, and we are suiting up and we're going into the apiary. So yeah, I do feel like tomorrow might be when I decide if this is for me or not. But again, I think it is just coming down to time, commitment, and money, basically. That's what it's coming down to. And I do feel like I don't think I would get bees this year anyway, so I still got time to think about it. But I do just really like the idea of having honey. You know, having the bees is exciting, but I do really like honey, and I just think of all the things I could do with the honey, and yeah. But yeah, I haven't decided, but I am very excited for tomorrow. Yeah, I am excited to get in amongst the bees and to experience the hives, like work in hives. Yeah, that would be really good. So yeah, that's tomorrow. This weekend seems to be jam-packed. Was up at 5:30 this morning. We went off to an antique fair, which was really good. We got some really, really lovely, nice bits. But yeah, we just seem to be trying to stock up as much as we can on like the vintage bits ready for the garden shows. Yeah, we didn't get back till like 5 o'clock today, so I'm very knackered, which is why I look exhausted. Let me see what else I was going to talk about. So we talked about the garden, talked about bees, talked about chickens. Did I talk about the garden show? I don't know if I talked about the garden shows at the beginning, about Harrogate. Oh my gosh, I can't remember. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'll quickly mention it again just in case I didn't. That's a really bad memory. We're off to Harrogate Flower Show. We're off to Harrogate Flower Show next week. So we're off on the Tuesday. We'll be setting up Tuesday, Wednesday, and Harrogate Spring Flower Show is from the 25th of April to the 28th of April. I did mention it, didn't I? And I mentioned Malvern. So Malvern Spring is around May the 10th, and then we're doing Hampton Court and Tatton Park in July. I don't know. I didn't know do you know what I'm going to put it down to? I'm tired. But yeah, garden show season started, so it's hectic, mad, and yeah, just seem to be working all the time. And then when I'm not working, I'm in the garden, and if I'm not in the garden, I'm crafting. And I know I haven't done any crafting videos, and I know that I said I would try, but yeah, I just haven't had the time. So what I'm going to do is show you a few of the things which I have been crafting quickly now, because I know quite a lot of you are interested in the whole knitting and stuff, and yeah, I do apologise for not doing the crafty videos. I have so much to show you as well because I haven't done a crafting video in such a long time. So right, first of all, this is like the first sort of completed project of the year. A blanket, a baby blanket. I'm not pregnant, and I don't know anyone who is expecting. I'll tell you why I knitted this. So last year at our little village show, I entered a shawl which I knitted, and I won first. And then I also won like a little trophy for like best in the whole handicraft category, which I was so happy about. You get to keep that trophy for a year. So this year's category is, one of the categories is baby or pram blanket, which is why I knitted this, because I want to keep my little trophy. I want to try and keep it anyway. So yeah, I knitted a baby blanket. I'm not going to be able to show it to you all because the camera's so close. It's quite big. It's quite big. But yeah, look at the lace work. I'm so happy with it. I'm so happy with it. It took a lot of concentration. But yeah, really happy, really happy. You're not really going to be able to see it very well, are you? It's a beautiful, like, sagey green, my favourite colour. The pattern I can't remember. Chalice, baby blanket by Karen. Someone. I'll pop it up on the screen because we all know my memory's quite bad. I'm surprised I remember that much, to be honest. And the yarn is Malabrigo Rios Yerba shade. I'm surprising myself. You can follow me on Ravelry. I think my Ravelry name is Katie the Gardener. Again, I'm going to pop it up because it's either Katie the Gardener or Katie the Gardener 28. I put all my little knitted projects on there anyway. So yeah, knitted that. That's complete. The village show isn't until, I think, August. So yeah, quite pleased that I finished this in time. So that was the first sort of proper knitting project of the year. I also knitted, make a little neckerchief. I'll better take it off actually and show you. This only took me 4 days to knit, which I was so surprised at. I'm a very slow knitter. So it's just like a really miniature shawl. Oh, it's really creased with a bit of lace work in it. Scarf number 1 by my favourite knitwear, I think. I'll pop it up. I don't have a clue what the yarn is either. But you know what I'm trying to do? I'm trying to use all the yarn which I already have. I have so much. And I have projects which I print out or buy and print out. I buy the yarn for it, then I put it away in a little box. And then I buy more yarn. So I made it my mission to use the yarn and use the projects which I already have. So yeah, this was one of them. This was something which I was supposed to knit a few years ago, which I have now. So it's, you know, I've done it. I have done it. I said I would, and I did. Am I going to be able to do it? There we go. Yeah, but I'm really happy with it. It's a nice size. You know, you can wear it whichever way you want. I'm trying not to touch my microphone. You know, you can wear it whichever way you want. You can wear it as a hair, you know, in your hair, headband, whichever way you want. But I'm so happy with it, and it's really nice this time of year actually, because it's still a little bit nippy, so it's nice to have, you know, a little bit of warmth around you. But yeah, so happy. I think I have enough yarn left to make like 2 more, so I'm thinking presents for people, or maybe just knit myself another one. Oh, there's the microphone. So yeah, that's the 2 things which I've knitted this year. I am going to I did start knitting like a pink, like button up short sleeve top years ago. I think I got like halfway through, so I'm going to pick that up again. That's going to be the next knitting project. And then the other thing which I'm doing, which I wanted to do for a little while. So this is an old French work jacket. I call them Monty jackets because Monty Don wears them. I actually sewed one for my dad probably about 7 years ago now, like a blue cotton drill jacket, which he wears all the time. but I found this vintage one and it fits me quite nicely. Do I put it on? No, I'm not going to put it on. Anyway, where is it? Here we go. I started to embroider some flowers. So, oh, I think I just knocked my microphone. I'm so sorry. So there's the pocket. Oh, this is rubbish, isn't it? There's the pocket. And the whole idea is to have the flowers so they look like they're coming out of the pocket. So yeah, I started it last night. Very basic, you know, some French knots, and I don't know. I don't embroider. I don't embroider, so I don't know any of the technical terms. I'm just following something on YouTube. But yeah, I'm quite happy with it. Like I say, it's quite basic, but I'm quite happy with it. And what I might do is embroider my initials on there, on the pocket as well. It is going to be a nice little touch. And I was going to embroider some on the bottom pockets, but I don't know, because I think if you're going to keep putting your hands in and out your pocket, and they might get dirty and caught, and yeah. Anyway, yeah, that's my little current crafty project. That's that. That's my little crafty section. I still got quite a lot to talk about, but we're 26 minutes in, so I'm not going to talk about everything which I was going to talk about. Or maybe I can just quickly mention, oh, there's a big bumblebee. It's gone. Went to Powers Castle, which is just up the road from us. Oh, it's beautiful, so beautiful this time of year. Really don't go as often as I should, because like I say, it's only up the road. But it looked beautiful in the spring sunshine. The magnolia was out, and the blossoms were in the orchard, and yeah, it just looked really, really lovely. So that was a really nice day out. I better do book reviews, and then that's probably it. Got 3 minutes. I'll try and keep these to half an hour. So I feel like I've mentioned these before, but I dug them out again because I love them. Selena Lake is lovely. She's a lovely, lovely lady. I've got 2 of her books. What? Garden Style by Selena Lake. I think that was the first one which I purchased. Just full of inspirational pictures. It's so beautiful. It's so up my alley. Is that the phrase? I get phrases wrong. It's up my alley. This stuff. Up my street. Anyway, I love this stuff, like the style, the vintage style, the rustic style. I love it. So yeah, if you like that sort of style, then it's a really nice book to look at for inspiration, just to dream and things. So I think I bought that one first, and then I bought Shed Style by Selena Lake, because you all know I love a shed. And again, it's just full of inspirational pictures of sheds. Oh, look at that shed. Yeah, such a pretty book. Such a pretty book. And yeah, like I say, it's exactly my style. I love this stuff. So yeah, I love flicking through this and just getting ideas, and I just like looking at pretty pictures, really. I do like looking at pretty pictures. There's also another reason why I got these out. Because I am flying the nest. Yeah, I'm not flying very far. But yeah, there's plans in process for me to move out into my own little space, and all will be revealed soon. It's going to be like a work in progress, like it needs renovating and things like that, but I'm really excited about it. I've been like drawing out little plans and things, and I've been looking at, well, this morning when we went to the antique fair, I was like, oh, that would be nice, and that would be nice. And so yeah, it's very exciting, very exciting. Do you know, I bought these actually. Let me see. Oh, there. Old tea boxes. Aren't they cool? Do you know what? I've never ever, like, we go to a lot of antique fairs. I never see any like tea related stuff. So when I saw these, I was like, oh my gosh, I have to have them. I mean, they're not very good condition inside. The, you know, the foiling's gone, but there were two. I was only going to buy one, but my dad made me buy two. And the whole idea is to, in my little kitchen, to have like a tea shelf, so I can have all my like little jars of herbal teas and stuff and everything, and then have, you know, one of these on display, make it look pretty. So yeah, very, very exciting. So that's why I wanted to get these out, just to get some inspiration, because the space is quite small. And yeah, I'm really excited to like put my little stamp on it. And yeah. Ah, look. Right, they're the two book reviews anyway. If you like pretty pictures and inspirational pictures, then Selena Lake is amazing. You can follow her on Instagram as well. She does a lot for Country Living magazine as well. But yeah, they're really, really good books. Really nice books. I think I'm gonna have to leave it there because I've talked too long. Yeah. The next one probably won't be until end of May, I'm afraid. But what I'm going to, sorry, that's probably quite loud. What I'm going to try and do is do a bit of filming at the garden shows, because I don't do enough of it, and I should really. So yeah, I'll film like us setting up and do like little tours of the garden shows and stuff, because obviously we can get to walk around before the people come in, which is quite nice. So yeah, I'll try and do a few videos of that, and also I'll still be posting lots on Instagram and things. So yeah, there's always that. You can have a nice month break from me rabbiting on. But yeah, I will try and do a April garden tour before we leave for Harrogate as well. I don't know when I'm going to have time to edit them, but I will try my hardest. I will try my hardest. But yeah, right, I'm going to go make myself another cup of tea and put something on for dinner. I don't know what, I might have an omelette. That would be nice with fresh eggs. But yeah. Thank you so much for watching. I'm sorry the end was a little bit rushed. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Have a lovely month. And I will talk to you all soon.